Yeah, bye. All right, XOXO. Got a girl. Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. All right, y'all, if you enjoy this video, I'm going to tell you in the front end, you may as well go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 13K by my birthday, and I'd enjoy it if you become a part of my Batwings and Spiderlings. That'd be fantastic. All right, today is a Bops and Flops video. So there's going to be a few things that I don't have because I think I must have thrown them away in a fit of rage. So I have mostly Bops. Mostly because I know myself, I know what I like makeup wise, and I tend to buy only things that I'm truly interested in having. Now I did buy several palettes of which I have not made a full definitive review on yet. So some of those palettes are going to be the Melt Amor y Mariposas. That is, I'm still thinking and must play with a little bit longer. I did enjoy what I used of it so far. Both of the Glam Light Icy palettes are kind of, I gotta play with them a little bit more, although I did enjoy the Cherry more than I enjoyed the Blue Raspberry. So I'm gonna play with these a little bit more in varying other videos in varying different ways. So that being said, and there's a bunch more palettes, like there's a lot, but I just wanted to kind of bring that up just in the front end of this, that there will not be a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and that is because I do like to play with my eyeshadow palettes quite a bit before I decide if they are a bop or a flop. In some cases, I do like to just do like an eyeshadow palette roundup where I'm able to go through each palette. Yes, I still do have a comparison palette coming up between the Milan Row palette, the Milan Row Poison Ivy, the Ace Beauté Tropic, forgot the words, and the Green Dirty Martini palette, Green Apple. I can't remember the names of things. I'm so sorry. I think it is, yes, the Dirty Martini palette by Glam Light. So that will be coming up. I'm sorry it's taking me so long, but it was my mom's birthday week and the holidays. It's coming. Stay tuned, my loves. All right, so to get started, I want to talk about a flop because y'all, okay. When I talk about throwing something away in a rage, I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what kind of person that I thought that I was. I don't know what kind of magic that I thought was going to happen. But my dumb ass straight up went out with my own dollars and sound mind. I bought these Sour Patch Kids. I think it was like a blue raspberry or something like that. Sour raspberry or something like to that effect. I'm hoping that'll pop up a picture. I bought that shit. It was a lip scrub. First of all, this shit turned my lips blue. My own fault, right? I bought from Morphe. I get it. I'm gonna sit down in a second, but like, as soon as I move more stuff, I'm standing. Can you tell I'm standing up?
Is it awkward?
Anyways, ADHD is running rampant. I was so upset. Like, I could not, because I used it before going to bed. I was like, ooh, a lip scrub. And I thought that it would like be like a tint and it would like come off. I had to scrub my lips excessively to get the blue dye off. I don't know. I thought it was going to be like other lip scrubs that have color, but like, don't turn your lips that color. Like, what the fuck? Who was this made for? Like, I get that it's Sour Patch Kids. Like, I get it. But like, even a parent doesn't want their kid going to sleep with blue lips. Like, you look, it just, I threw it away, I think, in a fit of rage. I'm gonna see if I can find it one spot right quick, but
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
No, I did indeed, in fact, throw it away in a fit of rage. And it tasted like what I could only imagine the bottom of a horse's hooves taste like when they're just in the stalls after they've dropped their droppings. I feel like it was horrific, and I would wish that on my worst enemy. I would give it to them as a gift. Look at me caring about your lips. Actually, I hate you, and your lips are gonna be blue and it tastes like shit. All right, so now I'm gonna get on to 2 bops from Beauty Bay because, baby, I really have to talk about these. So first of all, I wanna talk about this bronzer. It is in Chestnut. I have it on, I don't have it on today. I had it on earlier today, but then I changed because I changed, but this bronzer is tits. Like, listen, I'm gonna kind of come up here like this so you can see. I have been using the ever-loving shit out of it. It doesn't have a divot or anything, but you can kind of see like the powder, like it's getting one. I use this every day. I love it. I love it. It's stunning. It's beautiful, blends very easily. Like, it blends easily into the skin. It doesn't make you look nightmarish or monster-like. It is fabulous and fantastic. I love it, and it's inexpensive. Now, Beauty Bay does take a while to ship sometimes, which I don't mind. But I really like this, and this along with my Juvia's Place, like, these are 2 of my top bronzers. I like this so much. I went to San Antonio with my mother, and I took this with me. Like, that's how much I liked this. The other one is a blush from them. This one is in coral. It's really, really pretty. One of the reasons I wanted to talk about this blush in particular is because if you were tempted by the Jaclyn Hill Rouge Romance, but you did not necessarily either A, not want a whole blush palette, or B, not want to buy from Jaclyn, this is a very good dupe for one of the shades in there, and it's just such a pretty, beautiful color. And again, powder blush blends easily onto the skin. You can build it up as you want. If you want it to be like more extreme, you can make it more extreme. But if you want it to just be like light, easy breezy, you can do that as well. So Beauty Bay is really coming for your next, because that's the other thing. I have another thing that I need to talk about from Beauty Bay. Please hold. I want to talk about the Wilderness palette. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I wanted to talk about it again to start the year because this palette is tits. I have played with it multiple times. It's just an absolutely beautiful palette, highly pigmented, which is something that my black ass could use. I like pigment. I like for a palette to be able to show up on my skin. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to be a bright, colorful rabbit, then I want to be a bright, colorful rabbit, damn it. And I don't want anybody holding me back. And Beauty Bay said, we got you, boo. So this is so pretty, and the shimmers are just beautiful. I like Ocean and Breeze, and I like all of them. Lime is gorgeous. Like, the shades in here are just beautiful, and I end up just having such a nice time with this palette. Like, every time I pull it out, I'm never disappointed when I play with it. Like, it never occurs to me to be sad that this is happening to me. I didn't do a great job with the swatches at this point in time, so I'm sorry. But like, these are, it's just beautiful. The shimmers are pretty. The mattes pigmented and go on very easily. You don't have any trouble like with them blending away. For me, they have a very long wear time. Now, I am going to say that I have kind of an unusual eyelid situation wherein color tends to stay on my lids. So I can't tell you if it's gonna be like 8 hours for you too. I don't know how it would work on oily lids. I don't know why my eyelids are like this. They're magical creatures, and I'm not gonna stop them. But if you have not already been able to pick this up, I certainly would. I will have some links in my description. A lot of them will be affiliated links. If that makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to use them, but the money does go back into the channel. So I appreciate all of you who do use my links. But yes, this is such a good palette. I'm like, and this is big shout out to Beauty and the Frizz, because if it wasn't for her, I would not have picked this palette up at all. But she raved about it, and it made me feel like very excited. So I was like, bitch, okay. I'm gonna wash my hands. We'll be back to talk about the rest. Still in the land of Beauty Bay, for those of you who've been watching some of my Get Ready With Me's, the Beauty Bay eye base is like, what? Why is this so good? I like it so much. It's like, all the pigments, like I don't really need an eyeshadow base in the sense of like, I don't have to have one in order to, but when I want to make like a shape or whatever, like I kind of was doing like a little thingy here, like this just does it. It just does it. And it's another inexpensive product that I am surprised that I like as much as I do. So it's now this and the Gerard Cosmetics clean canvas that I like so much. This makes it so much easier if I want to make like a little shape or I want to like kind of change things. I mean, mostly I just do a giant wing all the time. And I know you're like, Audra, why don't you branch out? And to that I say, why don't you mind your business? Thank you. Next, I wanted to talk about the Glam Light Wine Palette. Okay. This is another one of those, I need to play with it a little bit more. My initial and second impression of it was I really liked it. I'm gonna play with a lot of these again, and I feel like I'm trying to figure out exactly what format I wanna play with them in. Maybe live stream, just do my eyes, not sure. But so far, I still really like this. I think that there's some people who wanted it to be deeper or whatnot. I think it's fine as is, but I also think of it more as like a fairy light palette. I think that Vintage is a deep shade and it's quite lovely. It's this like deep purple here. And I think that it just depends on how you play with it. It depends on who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Are you me? Do you tears of a clown? Or is that what you do? Or do you do something else? But I like it. So for now, it is a beginner's bop. Speaking of palettes, now that we're in the land of palettes again, I guess, I want to talk about the Hummingbird palette from Odin's Eye and my girl Tina the Fancy Face. Yo, I have used this. I have played with this multiple times, multipass. I play with this so much, and no matter which way I play with it, it is absolutely stunning. I really feel like this is one of those collabs where I am really happy to keep it, have it, and live with it. It's just so beautiful and it's so versatile. You do not have to want to be a colorful bench to have a colorful bench look. You know what I mean? You can really like tone down with Red Hills, Star Apple. If you don't want it to be like bright, you can even use an evening look by using Lagoon. There's so much you can do with this, and I really enjoy that it's just so beautiful. And this is the palette that really got me into trying Odin's Eye. I have 2 more palettes I think I purchased from them. I am still playing with those, so I will let you know in the palette roundup. Y'all, that's gonna be a hell of a roundup, but I will let you know. But this palette is just absolutely stunning. This is one that's gonna stay in my collection for a very, very long time. I don't know when, if ever, I will throw this into retirement, because I also just like will randomly grab a shade and just be like, yeah, we're gonna play with this shade and this or that. Speaking of just randomly grabbing a shade, we need to talk about the Blends Bunny Blends palette. Now, I did talk about this in a live stream with the Nappy Headed Jojoba, that's T, and Emily Han, whose channels will be linked below. This, okay, y'all, if you are trying to figure out where to get started when it comes to indie shadows, especially single shadows, start here, okay? I know you're like, Audra, that's a whole palette. I know, bear with me. The thing about this is, ooh, let me open her up. This fully matte, gorgeous palette with all of these beautiful shades to be used however you like to use them, completely, in my opinion, replaces the need for the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette that I used to have. This one I feel like is more comprehensive, and yeah, I'm gonna say it. I feel like this palette is more comprehensive. It has more versatility, and I feel like there's just like more of, like, it's less just plain rainbow and more like you have all of these green shades, and the way that it moves through the shades, and it plays up and down and in 4 squares. Sorry, I have it down here. Plays up and down and in 4 squares. You just have so many looks if you just wanted to make a matte look, right? But if you are also someone who wants to try some indie shadows, let's say you wanted to pick up like 4 Terra Moon shades, you can, and now you have this to play with them with. It is stunning. It is beautiful. I reach for this palette so often. I took it with me on vacation to San Antonio with my mom. I feel like there's a vlog, either it has gone up or it's gonna go up, and it's for patrons, but I took this with me because I knew that like this would go. I knew it would go with everything. I knew it would be fine. I knew if I brought anything new and I wasn't sure that I liked that shade, that I could fix it with this, and it did work like that. This palette, thank you to Millie of Bad to the Brow, who recently hit 11K. Congrats, boo. Just raved about this, and then I decided to pick this up. If you decide you want to pick it up, use code Millie. That is her affiliate code. So if you could use that if you decide to pick this up, this is a good time. I'm glad that I have it, and I kind of can just keep it to the side all the time instead of putting it like up because I'm always using it. Now, flop. Obviously it's going to be the Morphe Sour Patch Kids, okay? Obviously. This was my mistake. I feel like I talked about this in another video, but I can't remember if I actually put it up, so I'm talking about it now because my memory is hot garbage. So, the shimmers do not shimmer. The mattes, they do not matte. It feels like you get all of this color onto your finger, right? You're like, yay! And then it just seems like when you start trying to blend it, you're going to look at it and it's gonna look like this. But as soon as you start trying to play with it, put another color with it, you blend it out too much, you touch it a little bit too much, it just starts blending into nothing fairly quickly. That looks like Cheeto dust. Ah, ironic. Anyways, it just, the mattes don't really matte and they're hard to pick up with a brush. You can pick it up with your finger, but you cannot pick it up with a brush. It feels like you're fighting an uphill battle and it just doesn't seem fair or right that I had to do that. Did I buy this for nostalgia's sake and because I'm a moron? Obviously, yes, but it is still a flop. I really wasn't expecting it to be as bad as it was. Like none of these shimmers shimmered. And I was just like, bitch, what? I don't even feel like the black really blacked, but we'll see. Like I might try to fuss with it uno más tiempo, pero not now, okay? Not ahora. Like I just will not. Like I feel like this was just, this is cute. Why is this shit inside trash? All right, it hurts my feelings. Hurts my feelings every time I think about it. So nice, I bought them twice. I have a few items in here I want to talk about that I bought again, and that is why they are bops. First of all, we're gonna talk about the Sunday Riley Good jeans. Listen, this set me back. It hurts my feelings. I hate that I love it. It's so fucking expensive. My entire, like my labia kind of folded up when I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it. They were like, meh. But listen, it is what it is. I bought it, I love it. This is my favorite nighttime treatment. Lactic acid is one of my favorite exfoliants. I can't let it go. I, might sell a kidney or two. Do I need both of them? Can I have half of one to keep buying this? Because it just, my skin ends up looking flawless. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, well, hello, bitch. And my reflection says, hello, bitch, back to me. It's a whole thing. You'd have to be there for that. But it's so good. I cannot stress to you how much I love it. I know that it's stupid expensive. I get it, but I love it, and it is a bop for me. Another bop, so nice I bought it twice. The Glow Recipe Watermelon Pink Juice Moisturizer. Listen, I always forget that this is white and I have white lights and it blows it all out, but I love this moisturizer. I love how bouncy my skin looks, and my skin feels good. It looks good. Like every time I use this, I just always feel like, and that's all I can say about it. Like that's how it makes me feel. Like I feel like when I step in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. That's how I feel. It just makes me feel fucking stunning. And like my bare skin, I always feel like I look immaculate, amazing, just like made out of gold. And I am, so you're welcome. I have been having difficulty trying to find the Milani Stay Put eyebrow pencil. Like I don't know what happened with it, but I could not find it. And I was so frustrated because that was my favorite pencil. And then I was on the hunt for another pencil. Now, excuse me. In that hunt, I bought several, one of which is a Wet n Wild pencil, which I'm trying to find and see if I can find it because that was a flop. It was hard and it was painful. But I did also pick up the Revlon Colorstay brow pencil in dark brown. Listen, y'all, it kind of hurts my feelings, like that I had, well, it actually doesn't hurt my feelings because I've almost always gotten my brow products from drugstore. Like for some reason, drugstore brow products are the best for me. And this is tits. Look at my eyebrows. Don't look too close. Okay. Anyways, my eyebrows look amazing. My eyebrows look amazing. I love this. It draws on very evenly. And because of the way that like they have this situated in here, I'm gonna do this so that you can see it. The way that they have this situated in here, like it makes like this, the tip doesn't break off, and I can make like a really nice line, really arch the fuck out of my brow because I like to have a high arch. I don't care. Listen, I don't care. All you fucking wax brow bitches because you have hairs, good for you. We're not gonna judge me and my super arched brows because I don't have any hair. I have 17 on each side, and I need you to respect me in my moment of pain. Okay, respect over. The next thing, so nice that I bought it twice. We're gonna talk about the Drench Cosmetics. Listen, I'm always gonna talk about this eyeliner. I have it on right now as we speak. One of the things that I really like about this, because I've talked about this multiple times in multiple videos, but here's one thing I'm definitely gonna say. What I like about this is it's damn near mistake proof. And here's what I mean. I have multiple times like drawn lines where like this edge, no you don't, it clown, where this edge is not as sharp as I'd like for it to be. Come on now, focus better. There we go. And then I just kind of go through and draw a little more, and it lets me do it. And it doesn't like, it's not a situation where I'm like, oh, I just wanted to make that a little bit sharper. And then it's just like your wing gets bigger and more, and then you're just raccoon-eyed. No, you can like go in and you can fix, and it's very easy. And it's like just such a nice, clean, easy line. And I am sweating. So we're gonna move this along. But I love that. Yes, I am affiliated with Drench Cosmetics. I don't love it because I'm affiliated. I love it because I fucking love it. You've seen me use it multiple times. That's not me like putting it on, all right? Use my code here. It's affiliated. Yep, thanks. I'm trying to learn how to promote my dumb ass. All right, moving on. This is a flop for me. Y'all, this is the greasiest shit I've ever come across. This is the Healthy Active Neutral, or Han, concealer. It's in Rich, I guess is its color name. Listen, I tried this one time. I'm gonna have to play with it again because the one time I tried, it was greasy as fuck. It was so greasy, I hated it. So like I'm making a little pile of things like I hated it, and we're gonna try it again. Like much like Robert will be like, I didn't like it. Robert Wells will be like, I didn't like it, let me try it again. But I have a suspicion that for me, I'm gonna try it again and I'm still gonna hate it. But you know what? We're down to try new things on this channel. Down to try new things. All right, I hated it. It was very greasy, and it was like more, like it was thicker than I wanted it to be. But we gonna try it again. We gonna try it again. Because if there's one thing I am, it's tenacious, as we have seen with my roller coaster ride with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer from hell. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is another little flop. That is the Software Blush from Lime Crime. This only flopped because it's like a cream blush and I don't like it. Also, it's pretty dry. I'm gonna say that. Even for people who like cream, this is like really dry because it's like, you're supposed to kind of go in. You have to go in. It's a very pretty color, but it's like, it's dry. And you have to like dig into it to get color out of it. And then it goes on like a powder blush. And I feel like I don't like that. I don't like it at all. There's something about it where I'm just like, be one or the other, but not both. Do you know what I mean? I find it annoying. Can you hear Bo snoring? Because I can. Another quick bop. I don't have to say a lot about this, and for some reason I think there's like weird sauce on it because I live a messy life. Please hold while I clean this up. I'm just like looking at like, how the fuck did I get shit all over it? This is a Lethal Cosmetics lip oil, and I really like this. I've used this multiple times, and I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. There it is. I've used this multiple times. I really like it. It's so soothing, especially because, y'all, I was working outside. It was cold as shit, and I was not also drinking enough water while I was out there because, you know, the problem with the cold is you don't think about the fact that you could also be getting dehydrated, which I didn't. So I come home dry, cracked, upset lips, and I threw this lip oil on and it was such a relief, and I used it multiple times after that, and I kind of use it like every night as soon as I get home. I love it for that. I love this lip oil. It's very, very nice, very soothing, and like shiny. And I like that it's shiny. Listen, I'm a shiny bitch. All right. I'm only gonna talk about a couple more products. I have so many more things, but literally I would keep you here for an eternity. So I'm just gonna keep like doing more bops and flops until I'm through everything that I like. I don't know. We'll figure, I'm just gonna do things the way that I do them, you know. So the next thing, y'all, I don't know what to say about this. These are my confessions. It's the Morphe. It is the Morphe Glow Stunna. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. Y'all. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Listen, don't come for me. Here's what happened. I bought it in a haul, just randomly. Was like, oh yeah, like, let me buy it. It's a hydrating tinted moisturizer. I bought it in a haul, wasn't really thinking about it. Wasn't even on my, like, I bought it, I was like, ooh, and when you look at the shade, you're not gonna believe that that's what the fuck is on my face right this moment. You're not gonna believe it. You're gonna be like, Audra, what? Okay, so. I'm so dumb, I don't know what to do. I couldn't find my Tarte one day, my Tarte Sugar Rush, I could not find it. I was like, where in the hell? And I couldn't find it. And then I remembered that I bought this because that's how poor my memory is. And I grabbed it and I used it. And I was like, okay, let me put this on my face. This is the shade. You see what I mean? You're like, no, but it is tinted moisturizer. So it does like actually warm. Now it's got like orange in it from like fucking, it does actually warm. That's what's on my face. I look immaculate. I look stunning. I look amazing. People think it's my skin, and I'm like, I don't know what to say about it. It sincerely hurts my face. Like, listen, I will Marco Polo my friends, and then I will be like, yo, it's that Morphe shit. Like, it hurts my feelings, I know. But you can buy it from Ulta, so I don't know if that makes you feel any better. But it's really good. Like, it's really good. I'm not even, like, look, SPF 30, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the SPF part of it. I have a sunscreen I'm wearing underneath. Who's it? I wear it like a foundation anyway, because that's who I am as a person. I wear this shit for like, I've worn it for 14 hours straight before and still looked just. And in my line of work, yes, I do kind of need a foundation to look good all damn day. And it does, like, I know it's a hydrated tinted moisturizer. It just looks so good. It makes my skin look beautiful. And the glow. I'm gonna see if I can pop in a little bit of Marco Polo that I sent to Millie, because when I show you what this looked like in the sunlight, bitch. All right. Nope, it's that goddamn Morphe. I can't help but like just cackle every time, because I'm like, this shit makes my skin look so fucking radiant and smooth and glorious. I'm like, bitch. So that is a bop. Man, I'm floating. I don't know what to do. The other complexion product I really want to talk about is the AOA Studio Perfect BB Cream. Y'all, this is another one. It's just beautiful. Now I will say that it does come scorching out at you, like just comes. So there is that aspect of it, but it is fantastic, phenomenal, looks great on my skin. It's not too thick, gives me a little bit of a glow. I have not even been wearing like, for filming, I'm wearing just like a little bit of concealer because I don't want to look like a dirty mole rat. But for like my regular everyday life where I'm just like not wearing concealer, like I've been wearing these, just like these lighter, and I'm just in love with them. Like the AOA Studios and the Morphe Glow Stunna. It's so embarrassing that I like this. Don't tell anybody. I mean, it's already too late, I'm telling you, but like pretend that I didn't tell you that. Anyways, The AOA Studio Perfect BB Cream is phenomenal. Again, another one where my skin just looks so beautiful that people think that that's just my skin and it doesn't look like I'm wearing something on my face, which I've been really getting into. Really dig that vibe. Enjoy it greatly. So now I want to talk about the few things. I keep saying I'm gonna quit and then I don't quit because I'm like, oh wait, but I want to talk about this. Okay, I want to talk about the Glam Light Icy Glosses. These are flops. I do not like them at all. I'm sorry, I would not like. These glosses are so bad because the like doe foot is like shitty. I'm like, the doe foot is shitty. It's hard to get product on. It's hard to even find out what the gloss tastes like or smells like because the doe foot is so shitty. And it also kind of like when you're closing it has this like kind of pop-up feature. So you kind of have a little bit of, you see what I'm talking about? Where you're like, oh, and it kind of does that, which I don't like. I know it's a stupid nitpicky thing, but I don't like it because I kind of feel like that's the kind of thing that can just, you know, ruin my day because I'm a klutz and I'm clumsy and like that's how I break things. So I do not like these. It's just mainly because I can hardly get product out to put on the lip. Like this is, do you see the size of my lips? And like this, that's what I'm gonna get. You know what I mean? No. Not for these soup coolers, darling. Absolutely not. That's not gonna work for me. So these are flops for me. I'm not gonna throw them away, obviously, because I'm not a monster. I'm just gonna struggle with them until I'm finished using them. But like, they are absolute flops. I do not like them. I hate the doe foot. I wish I hadn't bought like the whole thing, but also I bought the PR kit for an experience, and the experience was worth it, to be honest. If you haven't seen that video, it's around. Now I am going to get into my finally because I do want to talk about, I'm going to say Maison Margiela. We're going to say that that's how it's said. That's what I've been saying, and we're going to keep going with that. I have By the Fireplace. When I tell you, I was so excited by this because I normally like a clean scent. Clean and fresh. This, however, is smoky. It reminds me of a bonfire. I am extremely allergic to bonfire smoke. Like all that wood smoke, it turns my whole life into a nightmare. I cannot breathe, my eyes water, it's a nightmare. But when I put this on, it transports me to this time where I meet a wonderful non-binary agender person where we walk hand in hand down the street, holding hands for approximately 1.5 minutes before letting go and walking in companionable silence until I began to talk to them over and over and over again about why Nightmare on Elm Street, the reimagining, didn't work and why Friday the 13th, the homage, did work. Both new movies, both should have done well, but one did not. And it's not just the makeup on Freddy Krueger. Anyways, I'm allowed to do that with them. And then we go to a bonfire where I am not allergic to the wood smoke. And we just sit in companionable silence, staring at the flames as we contemplate the end of the world. I like this a lot. That's my way of saying I really like this a lot. I don't use it all the time because it's so smoky and it's such a very specific feeling, you know? Just like a very... So I really like this. I won't get a big bottle because I'm not a big bottle bitch, but I would repurchase like another size of this. I absolutely adore this with my entire heart and my entire soul. Absolutely stunning. And that is it. That is it for this volume of bops and flops. I'm over here like doing weird cheer dances because my back is fucking killing me. And if I just stand on one foot, it helps out a little bit. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this one, could you do me a favor and give it a big thumbs up because that helps me out so much. And it allows the algorithm goddess to do what she does best, which is push me further down into the algorithm so that I can continue to do what? Whatever the fuck I want to. All right, as usual, huge shout out to my patrons and spooky bays. Yeah, without which I truly would not be able to keep the bats in the belfry and the spiders firmly ensconced in their webs. To all of you who watch, like, share, and subscribe, I appreciate you as well. Please take a moment to share me. I'm trying to hit that 13K by my birthday in April, which I said at the beginning, but I'm also going to say it again at the end. And remember, it costs $0 to be kind. It is so good for your soul because if you don't take care of it, look at me. Do you not think I can't fucking snatch that from you? because I can. Until next time, XOXO. Got the girl.